Have you ever watched an American movie or maybe listened to native English speakers chatting and realized that even though you know all the vocabulary words, you have absolutely no idea what they're actually saying?
Oh, yeah. I hear about this all the time from learners. It is incredibly frustrating.
It really is. I mean, you can spend years studying textbook grammar, right?
Hmm.
And then you sit down at a coffee shop, you overhear two people talking, and it sounds like a completely unwritten secret code.
Exactly. And, a lot of people just assume it's sloppy English or bad grammar. But slang is actually a highly sophisticated linguistic handshake.
A handshake.
Yeah, it's a way of signaling to the other person, "Hey, I am part of your group. We share the same cultural context." It's how friends and young people really connect.
Okay, let's unpack this, because today's deep dive is all about decoding that informal everyday code of English slang.
Which is such an important mission. You don't have to use slang to survive, but understanding it, that is an absolute superpower for anyone learning English.
Definitely. So we're going to go through 10 of the most common slang words, and we were going to take it nice and slow, focusing on exactly what they mean and when it is actually safe to use them. So you can sound natural, understand pop culture, and just connect better with friends.
Sounds perfect. And to really understand slang, we have to start with the most foundational positive words, like the safest starting points for any beginner.
Right, the positivity baseline. Which brings us to word number one, a word that feels like it's been around forever, and that is cool.
Yes. Good old cool. It essentially just means good, nice, or awesome.
It's so simple, but it is everywhere. Like if you see a friend's new shoes, you can just point and say, "Nice shoes. They are cool."
Exactly. Or you hear a good song on the radio. Oh, this song is cool. It is a very safe, low-stakes way to say you like something.
Wait, can a person be cool? Or is it just for things like shoes and songs?
Oh, totally. A person can definitely be cool. If you say someone is a cool person, you mean they are friendly, relaxed, and just, fun to be around.
Okay, that makes sense. But is there ever a situation where cool is bad? Like what if I want to describe a villain in a movie? Can I say, "That's a cool bad thing"?
Huh. No, you really wouldn't. This is an important rule for learners to remember. In everyday slang, cool is exclusively positive.
So nobody ever uses it for something negative.
Right. It's always good. Nobody says that's a cool bad thing. It just doesn't work.
Good to know. So cool is our steady, reliable baseline. But what if cool just isn't enough? Like what if your friend buys you a brand new car?
Well, then you need word number two. Awesome.
Yes. Awesome. I feel like this is just the upgraded version of cool.
Right. That is exactly what it is. If cool is good, awesome is very, very good.
So if I get a new phone for my birthday, I'd say, "Wow, this is awesome."
Yes, perfect example. Or if you're watching a great movie or you're eating this amazing life-changing pizza, it's all awesome.
What's great about it is how enthusiastic it sounds.
It does. And what's fascinating here is that awesome is highly versatile. It is extremely safe and friendly for beginners to use constantly.
So I don't have to worry about accidentally offending someone if I call their shirt awesome.
Not at all. It is practically impossible to offend someone by calling their stuff awesome. It's just pure positive energy.
All right, so we know how to call something good or very good. But a conversation isn't just describing things. You have to react to people.
Right, the back and forth.
Exactly. Like, how do you react when a friend tells you something totally unexpected or hilarious? Let's move to our reaction words, starting with word number 3, which is actually letters. LOL.
Ah, yes. LOL, which stands for laugh out loud.
So this is mostly from texting, right? Like a friend sends you a funny video of a cat falling off a couch and you just text back, "LOL."
Yeah, that's the classic use case. It's mostly for writing and texting. Although sometimes people do actually say the letters out loud now.
Which is wild to me, just saying LOL instead of actually laughing.
I know, it's funny how language evolves. But there is a really important rule here about your audience.
Oh, right, because it's pretty informal.
Very informal. It is perfectly polite for friends, but definitely not for your boss.
Yeah, please do not email your boss LOL when they ask about the quarterly report.
Please don't. That will not go over well.
Okay, so LOL handles funny things. What about when something is just unbelievable? Word number 4 is the phrase, "no way."
No way. This is such a great phrase. It basically means I don't believe it, and it conveys sheer surprise.
Like if my friend runs in and says they just want $100 on a scratch-off ticket, I'd just look at them and say, "No way."
Exactly. Or if someone claims it is snowing outside, but it's the middle of summer, no way.
Let me ask you this, though. Does this sound negative or rude to a native speaker? Like, if I say no way, am I calling my friend a liar?
That is a great question, but no, you aren't calling them a liar. It isn't rude at all. It is purely an expression of surprise. You're basically saying their news is so exciting or crazy that it's hard to believe.
Oh, so it's actually encouraging them to tell you more.
Exactly. It's supportive. And occasionally, very rarely, you might even hear someone respond with just the word way to mean, yes, it's true.
Ha! No way.
Yeah.
Way. That is like out of a 90s movie.
No, totally.
All right, our fifth word is another reaction. And this one might confuse learners because it's already a standard vocabulary word. The word is really.
Right. So you might be wondering, how is that slang?
Yeah, because I can ask, is it really raining? And that's just a normal question.
True. But it becomes slang through vocal tone. It's all about how you say it.
Okay, let me try to demonstrate. If my friend tells me they just ate 10 entire hamburgers, I wouldn't just say, really? I would stretch it out, like, really.
Spot on. You stretch the vowels and your voice goes up in pitch. It shows that you are surprised and maybe a little skeptical.
Like if someone says they don't like chocolate, I'd be like, really?
Hmm.
Everyone likes chocolate.
Exactly. But there is an important rule here, too. You have to be careful not to overuse it.
Because it can get annoying.
It can cross the line into sounding rude or overly disbelieving. If you reply to everything with a sarcastic, really, people will think you're making fun of them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Use it sparingly. Okay, so we've got our reactions down.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, slang also changes the way we address the people we are reacting to.
Oh, you mean like the specific informal titles we use for friends?
Exactly. Which brings us to word number 6, dude.
Dude. I feel like I use this one every single day.
It's incredibly common. It simply means man or friend, like, hey, dude, look at that car.
Or just, what's up, dude?
Oh, right. And dude has a very distinct American flavor to it. It's heavily associated with California, surfers, skateboarders, that kind of relaxed vibe.
It definitely has that laid-back energy. But I have a question about who you can use it with. Is it safe to call a woman dude?
That is a bit of a gray area. You will definitely hear young people using it for anyone, men and women, but it is risky.
Risky how? Like, offensive?
Well, some women really do not like being called dude. They feel it's too masculine. So for a learner, it is definitely safer to just use it with men.
Okay, play it safe. Stick to using it with guys. Which naturally leads us to word number 7, which is very similar. Bro.
Yes, bro, which is just short for brother, but it's used to mean friend.
Like, thanks, bro. Or, bro, that's cool.
Exactly. And there are some subtle differences between bro and dude.
What kind of differences?
Well, while dude feels very Californian, bro is used almost everywhere now. It doesn't have that specific geographic flavor anymore.
I see. And I assume since it comes from brother, it's also mainly for guys.
Yes, it is specifically for men or boys. You might occasionally hear some people use sis for women, short for sisters, but it is much, much less common in everyday slang.
Right, bro is definitely everywhere. Okay, so we've covered the basics, but here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh, we are moving into the modern behaviors.
Yes. The final category. These last 3 words perfectly capture very specific modern behaviors and feelings, starting with word number 8, which was a huge trend a few years ago. YOLO.
YOLO. YOLO. It's an acronym that stands for You Only Live Once.
It's like a whole life philosophy packed into 4 letters.
It really is. It's the idea that life is short, so you should do fun or maybe slightly crazy things without worrying too much.
I remember people shouting it before doing something impulsive, like deciding to eat a massive triple chocolate cake for breakfast. Just YOLO.
Or buying a really expensive pair of shoes that you definitely do not need.
YOLO.
Now, I will say its popularity has definitely dipped recently. People don't scream it from the rooftops as much as they did in like 2014.
True, it's not at its peak, but it is still widely recognized by young people. If you drop a YOLO into a conversation, everyone will know exactly what you mean.
It's still a handy excuse for bad decisions. Okay, let's look at word number 9, which is maybe my favorite on the list. The word is hangry. Hangry is a brilliant linguistic mashup. It combines the words hungry and angry.
It is so incredibly accurate. Like when you haven't eaten lunch yet and your stomach is empty and suddenly everything everyone says is annoying.
Yes. You snap at a friend who just asks a simple question, and then you have to apologize and say, sorry, I'm hangry, let me eat first.
It completely captures a universal human feeling. I love that we finally invented a word for it.
It is relatively new, but it became popular so fast because everyone experiences it. But once again, keep your audience in mind.
Right. Safe for friends, but maybe not the best excuse to give your boss.
Probably not. Sorry I yelled in the meeting. I was hangry. Won't look great on your performance review.
Good tip.
Yeah.
All right, we've made it to our final slang word, number 10. And it's a noun that slang turned into a verb. The word is ghost.
Ghost. And obviously we aren't talking about the spooky thing in a haunted house.
No. So what does it mean to ghost someone?
In modern slang, as a verb, it means to suddenly stop talking to someone entirely. No phone calls, no text messages, no warning.
You just vanish.
Yeah.
Disappearing like a phantom.
Exactly. Like, let's say you go out with someone a couple of times. You might say, we had 2 dates, and then he just ghosted me.
Wow, that is harsh. But it is an incredibly important slang word for navigating modern dating and friendships, isn't it?
It really is. With smartphones, we're always connected, so when someone completely ignores you, it's a very specific, very modern type of rejection.
It's unkind, but it happens all the time. So you definitely need to know the word.
Absolutely.
Well, we have covered a massive amount of ground today. We took a journey through the positive words, like cool and awesome.
We tackled the surprised reactions like LOL, no way, and really?
We learned what to call our friends with dude and bro, and we wrapped up with some very specific modern feelings. YOLO, hangry, and ghost.
It's a lot to take in, but I want to remind you, the listener, you don't need to memorize or use all 10 of these right away.
No pressure at all.
Right. Just take baby steps. In fact, your homework for today is to simply write 1 sentence using cool and 1 sentence using no way.
That's easy enough.
And then try saying them out loud to a friend. Slang changes fast, but these 10 words are an excellent, stable foundation to start building your informal code.
I love that homework. And, looking at this list, it's amazing how deeply embedded some of these words are in our daily lives now.
It is. And this raises an important question, something linguists think about a lot. If words like hangry and ghosting become so incredibly popular that they actually end up printed in official dictionaries.
Right, sitting right next to the formal word.
Exactly. Do they eventually stop being slang altogether? At what point does this informal code just become regular English?
Oh, that is a great thought to leave on. When does the secret handshake just become a normal handshake? Something to mull over while you practice your new vocabulary. Well, that is going to do it for today's deep dive into English slang. But up next, we are taking a logical next step for any learner. We're going to dive into the art of ordering food in a restaurant.
Which is absolutely essential for travel.
It really is. So get ready for that. Until then, stay cool out there. Catch you next time.